In this video, we're going to show you how to install the windshield washer reservoir neck in your Toyota Camry located in the engine bay. Using a 21mm socket, let's loosen and remove our lug nuts. Now let's remove our wheel and set it aside. Now with the vehicle raised and supported, you're going to locate the three 10mm bolts right on the leading edge of the splash shield. You're going to loosen and remove these. Now this little lip will drop down. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Six 10mm bolts running around the inside of the fender liner here. We're going to loosen and remove these. And then we have the fifth one on the outer end here. And then this one underneath. Now after we get those bolts out, this is going to be a series of 10 of these plastic push pins running around the inside of the liner. We use our trim tool to go ahead and start popping these out. And you want to pop out the center section. As that comes out so far, it releases the base, and you can pop out the whole button. And continue our way right around, removing all of these. Now there's one right here. It's a very small button. And try using our trim tool here to get that one released as well. This goes right through the edge of the bumper. I have to use a combination of the pocket screwdriver to kind of get in there. There it is. And then work our way around the back section here. There's one back here behind our strut assembly. Sometimes these will break depending on the year of the vehicle and the condition. You can just go ahead and source out some replacements if you need to. Now on the front portion of our fender liner, right where it attaches to the bumper, there's going to be two tabs right here. These two can be buggers to get out, but we're going to use a pocket screwdriver, and you want to go in here. And there's a tab in here that's attached to the bumper. You're gonna get in there, wiggle this open, and pull this out, like so. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same process for the one up top. Now at this point here, we're going to start to pull our fender liner out, starting from the front and working our way up around back. With the fender liner removed, we can go ahead and locate our filler tube right here. I'm going to simply grab this here, and we need to wiggle it up and out of the rubber grommet. Once we have that out, you can remove it from up top. Up underneath the hood, go ahead and grab this here. Just going to manipulate that up and out. Let's go ahead and feed the filler tube down. It's going to come down and go into the rubber grommet seal on the top of the tank. Feed this down through the top here. And what you might have to do is grab that filler tube from the inside the fender area here, push it down from the top, and then wiggle it in from the base here, pushing that down and in. Now here's a little tip when you go to insert this here. If you spray this a little bit with some spray solvent, it actually allows that rubber seal to let us insert that tube a little bit better. It slides right in, and this is going to come to the stop right here. Once that's fully seated, I'm going to go up top and get this lined up and get our clip on. Now that we have this lined up, let's install our plastic retainer. All right, let's take the fender liner, feed this up and into position. Now as we feed this up and in, the upper lip here of our liner needs to go up into the fender itself and start to line up. So the best bet to do here is we're going to start by installing a couple of the plastic push pins on the inward portion here, and then we'll be able to manipulate the outer lip in and out where we need to get that positioned. So let's go ahead and pop a couple buttons in here. All right, we have two buttons here. We're going to put one on the back side here, right behind the strut. That'll hold the liner up in place. Now let's continue to work on the outer lip here and get in some more of these plastic buttons. Now on the front portion here, I want to go ahead and get these clips here, the upper and lower ones, attached to the side of our bumper. So let's just go ahead and manipulate this over a little bit, pull our bumper out, get this tucked in. All right, these get pushed in. go. Once you have the bumper clipped into the fender liner here, install this is the only one that has a tiny little plastic head on it. It's a plastic push pin. Go ahead and work that in a position and press that in. We have 2 plastic push pins inboard here. And install a plastic push pin here. Then in the middle area, right up top here, we have a screw going in here. Now as we come around to the back side here, I'm going to push our liner up into place. I'm going to install a screw here. And one further down, right here. Right here, we're going to use a plastic push pin. If we follow a little bit further up, there's one more up above. We follow this up, it's going to be a plastic push pin right here. Just follow down. It's a series of these plastic push pins just run along the outside edge. And a screw right here. Now just underneath this here, if you go up underneath the bottom right here, there's going to be another screw that goes upward. We're just going to go ahead and line that up, get that installed, thread that in. All right, on the inboard portion here, we have a plastic push pin that goes in over here. And then we have one more screw that goes here. Now where the fender liner comes down on the front section here, we have to attach it to the splash guard on the bottom. Make sure that the front splash guard goes up underneath the lip here. Then we have this here, goes up, and we have these 3 screws that go in. Feed those up into position. I like to go ahead and get these started by hand. In most cases, even if you used a little ratchet or something like that, they should just line up and thread right in nice and easy. All right, now that we have all of our screws installed on the entire liner, I'm going to go ahead and start to snug these down. Just snug them down gently. We're going to continue to tighten these down all the way up through the fender liner. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, run right up through the middle here. Get the 2 on the lower section here. Let's go ahead and get the inner lower bolt here. Good, take your wheel, line it up. Let's get our lug nut started. Always start the lug nuts by hand. That'll prevent cross threading. Once we get them all started, we'll go ahead and zip them down. Now that we have them all started, we're going to snug them down gently. Do not over tighten. Let's get and torque down our lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds. It's best to do this in a crisscross or star pattern. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.